What's going on, folks? Ted from Nerd Immersion here, and today is Prime Big Deal Days #1. If you're unfamiliar with what this is, Amazon basically runs two major sale days a year aside from Black Friday, one being Prime Day in July and the other being Prime Big Deal Days, which is today and tomorrow. So I just wanted to make you, one, aware of that, but also I'd be remiss if I didn't tell you that other websites and other retailers like Target, Walmart, and others are also running sales right now. So be on the lookout. If you're looking for something, make sure to shop around. That being said, there are a ton of D&D related and D&D adjacent products that are on sale today. So I thought I would call out some of them so you can go ahead and take a look. And, things that I thought were worth it. When I searched D&D in Prime Deal Days deals, there's like over 50 pages worth of stuff. So you could continue to scroll through all 50 pages. I think I made it about 20 or so in. And I think I got a pretty good chunk of things that cover basically all gamuts of Dungeons and Dragons. So we're going to talk about those here in just a minute. But those also are all going to be Amazon affiliate links. So if you manage to pick up any of them from the links down in the video description, I will benefit slightly monetarily if you go ahead and choose to do so. So that would be more than enough support for me. But if you do decide you want to do something a little bit extra, go ahead and click like and subscribe to the video. So let's go ahead and dive in. So first up, for people looking to get into 3D printing or printing miniatures or cosplay props or whatever for their D&D characters, we have two different products on here today for that. Number one is the Elegoo Neptune 3 Max 3D printer. This thing is down from over $500 to just $400 today, and this thing has a massive build volume of 500 by 420 by 420. We're talking almost 20 inches high. This thing is going to be able to print ridiculous stuff. I mean, this easily could print helmets or whatever you might need. You could print pretty sizable props or, we're talking like Tarrasque style miniatures could be printed on this thing, no problem. And it being down to, $400 with a 26% discount is pretty solid. Elegoo makes great printers, and this is, their FDM model rate, so their traditional filament-based printer. And up after that, we have, the Elegoo Saturn 4. This is more of the resin printer, if you want to go for a little bit more higher detail. So this is down from $475, and it does look like you will get a free, extra savings and things like that. There's other promotions. So I check a look because I think resin and filament are also on sale. So again, a little bit of different, both sides of 3D printing, whether you want to go filament or resin. They both have their pros and cons. That's not for me to go ahead and go through here, but either way, definitely worth checking out. If you want to just go ahead and get this because either one, you gave up on 2024 D&D and you don't care about it, or you want to just have the collector's set for nostalgia purposes, $68 for all three core rulebooks from 2014 is a ridiculous deal. This is more than half off of its current market value price. So this is the 2014 Player's Handbook, Monster Manual, and Dungeon Master's Guide, along with the slipcase and the DM screen. So whether you want to just have the box set to put on your shelf because, you're just a collector, or, you're looking to get an updated version, you want to get somebody into D&D 5e, and, you, for one reason or another, are not interested in 2024. And honestly, the DM screen usually runs around $25 anyway. So you think about that, you're getting about 3 books for almost $30. Now, this is, as you can see, one of these ones where you will, a lot of these, you'll have to be a percentage that will be claimed. So I can't speak to how many of these will be available by the time you see this video. But again, definitely worth picking up for this price. We also have these. I've seen these all over the place. They're these cylinder CZYY metal polyhedral dice. CZYY, I don't know if they have a better name, that's what you pronounce it, but they make a ton of great D&D products. They're all over here on Amazon. They have a ton. You'll see a bunch on this list. But they make these in a variety of different colors, and whether you're playing a gunslinger or somebody who's just using a pistol or a musket in your D&D 5e game, whether it's 2014, 2024, this is just a really cool piece to have. It also makes a really great fidget, and if you notice, if you look at like the calibers on each of the rounds, those are the different die, right? So you can see, if we were to open this up, you can see, right, 6, 8, 10, 12, 20 percentile, and 4. So while you might have just this cylinder with the 7 dice in it, each one is a different die. So you can have this little container to have all of the different dice in it. And again, whether it's thematic or just because you want to have it, I'm going to pick up one of these myself just to have one because I think they're pretty cool. All right, now we have, speaking of DM screens, if you want to go with something customizable that's unique to you, there is a Lynx. Lynx is another great company. We've worked with them in the past for some of their other stuff. They have a DM screen here for $22. Again, we're talking almost half off, and it is basically, we have this epic dragon art with a dragon breathing fire against somebody here with a shield, but it's customizable on the inside. You can slide anything into sleeves or pockets or what have you, make it and customize it however you see fit. I also recommend checking out a lot of these places' stores because you'll see a variety of things on sale. And you can see here we've done a bunch of things with Lynx. We talked about their condition rings, their potion tokens, and so on. All right. Now, if you're playing D&D 2024, technically, as of right now, Tasha's Cauldron of Everything, and the plan is going forward, according to WotC, Tasha's Cauldron of Everything is not considered a legacy book. So you can take a 2024 base class, any of the ones from the 2024 Player's Handbook, and take the subclass from any other 2014 that wasn't updated and port that over and use it. So if you want to take a subclass that exists, say like the Wildfire Druid from Tasha's Cauldron of Everything, you can take the 2024 Druid with the Wildfire Druid class from subclass from Tasha's Cauldron of Everything and port it over. The only thing that's going to change is any of those subclass features that were once level 2 for that example are now available at level 3 because that's how the transition goes. So technically, even if you are all in on 2024, Tasha's Cauldron of Everything is one of the biggest options to get a ton of subclasses for yourself. So it's worth picking up, and at $26, you're basically paying half off for it. All right, next up we have these D&D stickers. It's 100 vinyl stickers for $5. I love these. I bought a couple packs of these. I meant to give them out at Gen Con, and then I just forgot. But they are a variety of stickers from all sorts of different things, and I love these. Just having like a handful of these just around, whether you use for your own stuff or to give away or throw inside a bag or whatever. They come in a variety of different art styles. They have things like, classic cartoon. They have different things for classes. It's definitely, for $5, I definitely would pick up a couple of these. I think they're pretty great. All right, next up, if you're more of whether you're a fan of fine familiar spirits and quests and whiskey or some other drink of some kind, whether that's even just water, why not have a D&D D20 made out of, your dice made out of ice. So we have a silicone dice mold here, $15. There's a handful of these I've seen going around. This one looks to be made out of a pretty solid quality and does have pretty high ratings for the amount of reviews that it does have. All right, next up, for the cat lovers out there, we have D&D D20 catnip toys. I'm not a cat person myself, but hey, if they had cool dog-related things that were D20s like this, I'd be jumping on them, so I thought it only worth mentioning that for the cat lovers out there, there's a cool D20 catnip toy. All right, then we have these Hextech dice. Now, Hextech makes a ton of awesome dice, and you can see a variety of different color schemes. I've always really liked the looks of these ones that look like dragons and stuff like this. But this one was the first one that came up, was this cool, like, blood-stained metal dice. And these are a full set of 7 metal dice for $13. That's a pretty good deal, and if you look at the reviews, 15,000 plus reviews with 4.7 stars. I don't think you're going to be disappointed here. So if you've been looking to get a set of metal dice, whether you want something like these with the dragon look on them or, something more royal or regal like this, there's a ton of options. I definitely recommend you take a look because for $13, you really can't go wrong. Now, this was something new that I had not seen before, which was a D&D Roulette die. So there's actually 2 different versions we have here. This one here is from D&D and D store. And it is essentially a little roulette spinner, and inside there's a little die, and this is a D20. So you would basically spin the roulette wheel, and then wherever the little ball bearing falls is what you're getting. We could even see a little video of it here. Mute that, but we can go ahead and see inside there is the ball, and it's going to go ahead and spin around. Although it doesn't really look like it's doing too much spinning. Oh, there we go. And you'll end up getting whatever you are. So if you're playing more of like a gambler character or something, that could be kind of cool for $23. But I think what's probably the bigger winner here is the one here from CZYY, where they actually have different inserts for the roulette wheel. So if you want, you could have it be a D20, a D6, a D4, a D8, or so on, and just pop out the inner roulette surface and then just make it whatever type of die you'd like it to be. Also, the little balls they have to roll inside there are glow in the dark, which is pretty cool. So, and they have a couple different color options as well. All right, now there's going to be a couple different versions of these because whether you're new to D&D or you're a veteran and you like to have dice, you've run at a local store or what have you, it's never a bad idea to have extra sets of polyhedral dice. So, this is a set of 49 different dice sets, so you'll get a set of 7 here in different colors. Some of these come with dice bags and so on. And, just have them on hand, whether you have new players coming to your house to play, you just want to do giveaways at conventions. Hey, here's a set of dice. That always goes over very well, and people tend to remember you if you're doing the con circuit or what have you. Or again, if you run at like a local game store and you just need to have them, or at a convention, you're ready to go. And again, you're paying $10 for 49 sets of dice. 7 sets of 7, rather. All right, we have another set of this is for use on your DM screen. We have combat trackers or initiative trackers that go on the top. You can see a variety of different creatures. And then down the bottom, you can put the characters and then put things that you as the DM might want to know. Things like their armor class, hit points, speed, things like that. And then they just kind of are clear plastic bottoms, and they kind of clip right on top of your DM screen. And you can see you get a variety of them. You get 6 of these acrylic kind of clips that go on top, and then a variety of different inserts to go inside. These again from CY or CZYY. I always used to do these with like little tent cards, but the problem with that is when you do little pieces of like cardstock tent boards, you cover up the top part of your DM screen. So these cleverly are transparent, so they don't cover up the information. And then you can obviously slide them, and they're easy, dry erase, so you don't have to worry about, erasing and scratching things out. All right. Next up, we have these other from CZYY. I thought these were really cute. They're little sticky notes, but they're D&D themed sticky notes. So see, like some of these have grids for drawing maps or, roll for initiative. Just cute little notepads. 5 different memo pads with 100 sheets each. 3-inch by 3-inch. These would be a cute thing to just have at your table, whether, again, like you're seeing here behind the DM screen for quick notes. Things you could stick to your screen. Or, whether just for use in your regular everyday life and you want to have a little bit of whimsy at your office job. I think that's pretty cool, and it's $11 for the 5 sets. Flight stands. Can't go wrong with flight stands, because the amount of times that you'll find in your D&D campaigns, again, if you're playing in person, where people and characters are flying and you have no way to showcase this, for the longest time, it was always use a clear Chessex dice box, and that's your flight stand. So having a good set of solid flight stands that allow you to, and I like that I never even seen this before, the concept of using a dry erase marker to color how high they are, right? So you've got the 2 sets of numbers, right? 55 feet, 63 feet, whatever it is, to color that. That's actually, I didn't even know what that was for. So that's pretty cool. I like that. All right, a notebook, right? Even if you're not playing D&D in person, having some form of notebook in which to write helps. And I always find it better. Now, I've talked about it in the past. I don't like spiral bound notebooks for D&D. I always find it doesn't really, I don't know. It's just an aesthetic thing, and it just bugs me. You may be different, but I like to have a bound notebook, even if it's something like a marble notebook. But if I can get something more fantasy thematic, then I think it does help keep me immersed, even if I'm just taking notes as a player or not writing them in character. And I thought for $23, this Durotan notebook is leather bound. It's got cool design on the outside. And it's got the binder rings in the inside, which because of that means you can buy any kind of like A5 refillable leaves to put inside it. So it says right here, 1 pattern, 2 binder notebook. You can see it comes with, I think, 400 A5 pages that you can just go ahead and slot inside. You've got the 6 different rings to hold stuff in. And, you know, you got a couple of different options in different colorways, right? Whether you want like the dark brown or kind of the more tan. You can see we've got, this one's got Cthulhu on the front, I believe. We've got the dragon here, right? There's the dark brown dragon. Here's the Cthulhu looking one. And they're running about $23. Also looks like there's a 6% off coupon at this time. So not only could you have a great little notebook, obviously you could use this for things other than D&D, but that's the focus of the channel here. And having a great little notebook that is thematic, you could get multiple of these for multiple characters or just buy different leaves and swap them out. That'd be pretty great. And you can't go wrong with a good pen. And I will say this and shout this from the rooftops. My absolute, look, I've got them right here, right? My absolute favorite pen used to be the Pilot G2s, but they have a little bit of a run issue. Man, these Sharpie S-Gel pens are my favorite pen of all time. I know this sounds silly, but I still get comments on that video from like 4 years ago when I say that a good pen makes or breaks both my D&D play session or my prep session, man. If I'm actually getting, I don't know why I'm getting goosebumps talking about pens, but I am. If the pen doesn't feel good or glide right on the page, it just like immediately, I don't know if it's a texture thing or what it is, but it just takes me out of the moment. So I need a good pen that will allow me to just write well. And these S-Gel pens, like it says right here, right? They don't smear, they don't bleed. You can get these in a variety of different colors, right? So this is the frost blue outer shell here that you're seeing. They do come in white as well. I don't know if the white ones are on sale, and it looks like the green ones, which are really pretty, these like sage green, they unfortunately are sold out at the moment. But here we're just talking about a black ink gel pen. They come in different thicknesses. You can get, this is a 0.7 millimeter. You can go up to 0.1. I think they go down to 0.5. Obviously, we're just talking about the 12 count here because that's what's on sale. But if you look around, you can also get these in different colors. They come in black, blue, red, green, and purple as of right now. So whether you want to do your notes in different colors because, you know, one reason or another, I highly recommend these pens. They are my absolute favorite pen. Somebody commented years and years ago on that video where I mentioned the Pilot G2s, and they said something like the S-Gel pens glide across paper like, oh God, I don't remember, like some figure skater that escapes me from the 90s. But yeah, so I was like, oh, I got to try these, and they are my absolute favorite pen. And for that kind of a deal, for $10, for 12, worth picking up. All right, this is for the folks who just love LED light up dice and shiny things. We have a couple of different options here from Exacar. I don't know this company myself, but 4.3 stars for almost 400 reviews. It's only $18 for a set of wirelessly charging LED lights. These ones seem to have more like a snowflake pattern. But if you also look, there are a bunch of discount codes here to reduce the price for these to get it down even further. So less than $20 for a set of LED wireless dice seems like a no-brainer to me if that's something you want to have at your table. All right, next up, we have Monster makes a wooden deluxe D&D stat tracker. Now, I've also worked with Monster in the past, and you can also see the price drop here from Honey showing that it's quite a big price drop from where it usually is. But I like Monster products. They make high-quality miniatures and things like that. They're very affordable for what they provide. And if you see this, it is 50 character sheets and a little notebook. So it's kind of this wooden box folio. But you can see you've got your character sheet over here. And because of the way this is designed, it looks like this will work seamlessly with 2014 or 2024. And then you've got little kind of roller tickers here, trackers for your level, experience, your proficiency bonus, passive wisdom, inspiration, armor, initiative, speed, max hit points, current hit points, temp hit points, hit dice, death saving throws, and then your gold tracker here. Again, maybe not all of these do you need actual individual tracker wheels, but probably the ones you use the most of would be your money and then your hit points, right? Your current and maximum hit points. It's got magnetic closures. You can see it's got a little felt line dice tray, for storage and for rolling at the bottom. There's an acrylic. Oh man, okay. So there's an acrylic cover that goes over the character sheet, so you can actually write on this with like a wet or a dry erase marker, and then like whatever you want to do right over top of it, and then you can always just wipe it off, but have the solid, written in pen or pencil underneath. Um, the main things, and if you need to like adjust, you got a temporary boost or something like that, you can just write over it with a dry erase marker. Also, underneath this notebook is also a wooden dice tray as well, so you've got multiple options here. I think this is pretty cool. I haven't seen it myself. If Monster wants to reach out and send one over, I'd love to review it, or if you guys know, let me know in the comments. But it's pretty highly rated. It is a little on the pricier side for $80. But it does come with 50 different character sheets, so it is reusable to some extent, which is nice. I find I like these, like I said, I like having a nice notebook and a nice pen, and a nice way to display my character sheet, especially if I'm going to be playing in a situation where I'm using pen and paper. It's also kind of nice to just have a cool display piece when you show up at the table. Like, I don't know, it's like a little bit of a flex. Kind of like it, though. All right, this is just simple. This is just a D20 neon sign, right? Can't go wrong with a D20 neon sign. This is about 12 by 12. Nothing too crazy here, but why not, right? Show off in your space. I've got lights everywhere. We all do this. We're all gamers. We love RGB and light up signs, so there you go. This I'm very excited about. This is an LED upgrade kit for the D&D Lego set. Now, while I have not finished my D&D Lego set, which I do plan to do some point here in the future on a live stream, these are not uncommon, right? If you know anything about the new premium Lego sets, a lot of places make LED kits for those Lego sets to like upgrade them. So as you can see, you can see the little wires kind of running here in the background. But these do things like light up the gelatinous cube. It looks like there's EL wire to run along the dragon's wings. And they come with a remote, and it's a way you can just fully elevate your D&D Lego set to the next level by buying this kit and then go ahead and running and plugging everything in. And it is only $50 right now. There's a remote version, and then there's a classic version. The remote version, obviously, you can shift the colors. I 100% will be picking this up because if I've got the Lego kit and I'm going to display it, I might as well go all out on it. All right, these are my favorite condition trackers. This is, again, from Lynx. They've sent these over in the past. I use them myself. They are just a variety of condition rings. Again, if you're playing in person and you need to track that somebody's been cursed or hunter's marked or hexed or concentrating or what have you, here's a breakdown of all of them, right? Blessed, blinded, charmed, concentrating, cursed, deafened, large, exhausted, frightened, grappled, hastened, hexed, hunter's mark, incapacitated, invisible, paralyzed, petrified, poisoned, raging, restrained, stunned, unconscious, and then they have separate ones at the end here for magical effect or physical effect, depending. I think they're great. They're nice and flexible. They're not going to break on you. And again, they are, as you can see, the reviews are exceptionally positive, just shy of 5 stars for almost 2,000 reviews. Definitely worth getting these if you play in person for sure. Same thing, another thing from Lynx that I also enjoy are these potion tokens. They are a series of little colored D4s that are basically themed to the different healing, greater healing, supreme healing, superior healing. That has not changed as far as we know in D&D 2024. We know the regular potion of healing is the same 2d4 plus 2. So I think it warrants to believe that the other potions are probably going to follow suit with the same die rolls that we have. So you can go ahead, and you also have these little plastic potion tokens to track how many potions you have. And then it's nice and simple, right? If it's the red dice, it's a superior. If it's the, orangey colored dice, it's a regular or whatever. And you can just look for the dice and then go ahead and roll them nice and easy. All right, this is another one from CZYY. And I just thought these were really cool. These are D&D pencils. And I really like them because they actually have a D6 on the die, like the pencil. So you can just roll the pencil. And then they just have like cute little D&D settings on them. You can certainly try, choose your weapon. How do you want to do this? Don't worry, I have a plan. And, for somebody who wants just a traditional pencil here, um, and then again, you can utilize it as a die, which is pretty cool. Although I wonder if these do anything more than just D6s. It looks like it's just D6s, which is, um, I don't mind. I don't know how you would do other than a D6, but yeah, either way, for a couple of cool pencils, I mean, I personally prefer mechanical pencils, but if you're a traditional pencil player, then, there you go. We've got this I thought was really neat. So this is a dragon egg. So this is a 3D print, right? It's a 7 dice set. Comes with a 3D printed dragon egg and an articulated dragon. So these are nothing new. Articulated dragons have been all the rage in the 3D printing community for quite a while. So basically, you're going to pick a dragon, right? Pick a color that you like. I like this orange one, obviously. But you can go ahead and pick one of these, and you're going to get a set of dice as well as the dragon. So you get the dice container, which comes with one set of 7, but you obviously can use the dragon egg to store additional dice. This, I think, could be a really good gift option here. Listen, it's not too early to start thinking about the holidays, right? So you can go ahead and get a cool dragon egg that has the cool, articulated dragon, which is a great, potentially thematic fidget toy for folks at the table. And then it comes with a set of dice. And then this is just a great gift. This would be a great thing to gift to your DM. DMs, this would be a great gift to give to your players. Or if you have somebody who are trying to get into D&D, this could be a fun little intro thing. Here you go. Give them that, which would be neat. And again, $15 too. So we have from Pub Gamer this $12 dice rolling tray. Again, I think these are pretty, they do their job for what it is, right? They can hold 2 sets of 7 dice in the sort of zipper roll at the end. The outside has a pen or pencil loop, and then it's easy enough to just roll this, scroll up, and throw it in your bag, and it gives you basically a 13 by 10 leather rolling tray to use. I always prefer to have some sort of rolling tray or box because the amount of times that the dice I've seen at tables where they just fly off the table, and then you divert the entire amount of playtime. Everybody's looking for the die, and then does it count if it rolls on the floor and all that? So anything you can do to keep the dice contained, I do appreciate. Also, this will protect your dice. Not to say that you want to do this with gemstone dice or metal dice or things that are more high end, but they will be nicely, safely contained in this sleeve here. And then they're all rolled up like this, so it does give them a little extra degree of protection. All right, this was just a single D20 here from, I think it's Cuss Die. They are just really cool looking, unique inclusion based dice. If you just want to have a cool looking D20 that's a little bit separate. Now, I will say it is $12 for a singular die. So take that with a grain of salt, right? Maybe you want to use this as, for special rolls or things like that. But either way, I think they're pretty cool. And next up, we have this little dice tray. I've never seen this little style. I mean, it's not unheard of to see something like this, but they're little stackable dice trays to hold your different dice sets. So whether, again, you're a DM or, running at a convention or something like that, this is a quick and easy way to display the different dice that you have. And then if you're going to be lending them out to different folks, you can say, okay, yeah, here, pick a set. And then they can just go ahead and see all of them very easily displayed. And it's also only $10. All right, if you're a mini painter, whether you're buying minis or you're painting them or 3D printing them with the printers we talked about earlier, Army Painter has a really good set of paints on sale here for $40. As you can see, you're getting a variety of different paints. You're also getting a test miniature, a how to paint document here, a little bit of flocking with Dungeon Tufts, and a brush for $40. Again, I don't believe I've used Army Painter paints before, but they're not much different than a lot of the other, a similar vibe to a lot of the other paints that are out there, right? Like Reaper paints or even the WizKids paints and things like that. It looks like it might also come with multiple paints, not just... Look, it does come with rusted metal. It comes with washes and stuff, so you're not just getting base paints, you're also getting things like washes and other things to add extra effects to your miniatures. And again, it comes with a how to paint guide and a miniature to test on. So $40, I think that's definitely worth it if you're looking to go down the rabbit hole of painting miniatures. This I thought was really cute. It's just a set of dice of like character class pins, like metal enamel pins here. So you can see a variety of different options here. Um, and unfortunately, a lot of these logos are based on the 2014 character classes. Obviously, things have changed a little bit to be the 2024 logos, which I kind of like better a little bit myself. But we do have one in here for the Dungeon Master, and it looks like we also have one in here for the Artificer as well, which is nice to see. Um, so that was just something a little bit extra. Now, this, you should not sleep on this set of cards for $7. You can see I bought them myself last year on Prime Deal Days last year to get a deck of many things, a custom hand illustrated for $8. Now, obviously, you could get the deck of many things, the official one from Wizards of the Coast, but to get a hand drawn, unique art deck of many things with actually additional cards beyond. You have the original cards, the 22 cards, and then an expanded 27 new cards with different powers unique to this deck. And they are beautifully hand drawn and written with the effects on them, and it's $8. Definitely worth it. I mean, look at the ratings, almost 3,000 ratings, 4.8 stars. Speaks for itself. This is again from the D&D store. These are silicone dice. They come in a variety of different colors here, whether you want, these like pumpkin looking ones, or you want the full rainbow set. These ones that kind of remind me of a Pokeball. These are silicone dice. If you've never played with silicone dice before, it's a wildly different experience because they bounce. They don't obviously all dice bounce, but these are like bouncy. But, if you're playing for a podcast or something like that and audio is important to you, they don't make a hard click-clack sound when they roll on a hard surface because they're made out of rubber. Or silicone. So, I mean, whether or not that's for you, whether you want to preserve the dice sound because you enjoy the ASMR sound of the dice rolling across the table or coming out of a tower, that's up to you. But if you want something where it's a little bit quieter or softer, silicone dice may be the way to go. And again, for $11, these are worth definitely trying out at the very least. And lastly, we have the big die set here. This is 175 dice for $30. So you're going to get 25 sets of 7 and one big dice bag to house them all. And you have a large variety of colors, as you can see here, from a variety of just standard colors, opaque, translucent, marbled, and so on. This is usually what I like to have if I'm going to do giveaways or just giveaway sets at a convention or what have you. 4.8 stars, almost 10,000 reviews. Again, definitely this speaks for itself here. And as I said, I only touched on the surface. There was still about another 20 plus pages of D&D related things here on Amazon Prime big deal days. But I thought this gives you a decent coverage of most of the things that, like, all aspects of D&D. I'll have links to all of these in the video descriptions, as well as timestamps for everything. So anyway, let me know what you guys saw. If you saw something cool or unique, hit me up in the comments and let me know what the cool thing you saw as far as Prime Deal Days go. Again, hopefully they're all still available by the time you go to it. And if you do click those links to purchase them from my link, it does generate some revenue back to the channel as well. So anyway, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.